YouTubers, this is a clip. Hello, my YouTubers. This is your cameraman and guy, James Rutsky, for today's new update video for December 5th, 2022. And these are the CED video discs and some few things I got this week when I was in the thrift store or flea market. Yep, and I got plenty of them. And you know, last week I didn't make no videos because I was taking care of things like getting prepared for Christmas and everything. Yeah, putting up Christmas trees, and we didn't do any Christmas shopping yet, but I will eventually with my family. Christmas is around the corner about exactly in 20 more days. Yep. And I don't see any of the snowy weather coming in and such. But at least we had like a great Thanksgiving. Yep. Went to see like Christmas lights putting up on Market Street in Pennsylvania. Yeah. I'm looking forward to see Elf in the Majestic Theater next Saturday. Yeah. And these are the lot of the CED video disc titles. It was CED video discs. Started around in the late 70s and early 80s, when Laserdisc was actually around. CED video disc players, or CED disc titles, started in 1981 by Artscape Selected Vision, and then they discontinued the players in 1984. Then the disc title still continues when they still have a CED disc players. By spring of 86, CED video disc titles and the jacket covers were permanently discontinued because they say the Laserdisc was kind of better. Just like around that time with Beta and VHS versus Video 8. Yeah. Let's get on to one of the CED disc titles I have. I got it from the thrift store and flea markets. Let's start with this 1982 comedy of my favorite year. Mark Lane Baker from Perfect Strangers and the great Peter O'Toole from Lawrence of Arabia. And this co-stars with Joseph Bologna and Jessica Hoffman. Yep. Directed by Richard Benjamin. My favorite year is about when Errol Flynn appeared on the Succeeders show. And it says 3 cheers for my favorite year, side-splitting funny by Rex Reed. Set place in 1954. And this CED disc came out in early 83 by MGM UA Home Video. And this is the caddy when you have to put the disc titles into the player. Some of these days on my other channels, I'll show you what the CED disc player looks like. And I'm holding on to them when I get like a player. Here it is, a fixed comedy with Barbra Streisand and George Segal in The Owl and the Pussycat in 1970. I showed you that on my previous updates when I showed you from all my Columbia Pictures VHS tapes in the early 80s. And this CED of Owl and the Pussycat was released in 1983. Yeah. But in the 1980 VHS was actually a different packaging. And here's one of the best movies received 5 Academy Awards of 1979. Kramer vs. Kramer with Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep. This is a pretty good movie. Winner of 5 Academy Awards for Best Director, Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Screenplay. And this CED of Kramer vs. Kramer came out around, kind of in 1982 or something. I think it's 81. About the same time was on VHS and Beta for this the parenting movie of like winning the battle of the custody of the child in the courtroom. Yep, that's what Kramer vs. Kramer is all about. And I got here a Robert Duvall performance in Tender Mercies. And I think I showed you that in my previous update video from 40 in my video. That was an 86 reprint. Robert Duvall is Mac's sled down and out country singer. His struggles for fame was over. His fight for respect was just beginning. One of the best movies of 83. And this CED is going to be released in 83 and 84. This is one of Robert Duvall's outstanding performances. I like him in The Godfather and in his first film review as Boo in To Kill a Mockingbird. Still in the Night, the stars with Meryl Streep and Roy Scheider. The guy, Roy Scheider, the one from All That Jazz, and one of the George movies. This movie was released on CED around 1983 by CBS Fox Video. I think I have this on. I think I have this on VHS, part of my previous update videos. Co-stars with Jessica Tandy, without Ewan Curlin in the film. And here's a vintage classic movie everybody remembers. Now Voyager with Bette Davis, Paul Henried, co-stars with Gladys Cooper and Claire Rains. This movie was out on video back in '81 of Magnetic. This movie on CED came out in 1983. A memorable moment in this film when Paul Henried and Bette Davis are lighting a cigarette together, watching the moonlight. It's really a great movie now, Voyager. It's one of Bette Davis' performance in 1942. And here's another movie I have with Dustin Hoffman on CED, Tootsie from 1982, a Academy Award winner film. Co-stars with Jessica Lange and the great Charles During. This movie came out on CED around late 1983 by RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. Originally on VHS and Beta came out in early '84, and it was on Laserdisc. This is about when Dustin Hoffman has to do the audition for the part of the lady part, so he needed the money. Well, nobody's perfect. The next movie we have on CED is Body Heat. Wiilliam Hurt and Kathleen Turner. This movie was going to be a remake of the 1944's Billy Wilder film of Double Indemnity with Meryl and Barbra, a sizzling one of the year's best. The CED of this movie came out in 1983. Originally, it came out on VHS and Beta by Warner Home Video in 1982 in one of the clamshells. Ted Danson made his debut. The same Ted Danson was in the TV show Cheers. And here's the 1981's winner of the 3 Academy Awards of On Golden Pond with the great Kathleen Hepburn and Henry Fonda, his last film. And Jane Fonda, that's Henry Fonda's daughter, and Debbie Corman co-starred in it. My mother hated this movie, I don't know why. And this movie came out on VHS and Beta around 1982 by 20th Century Fox Video. And this CED came out in 1982. Sadly, it's not from 20th Century Fox Video. Well, speaking about 20th Century Fox Video, here's a movie I have under that packaging. Norma with the great Sally Field for her outstanding performance in 1979, co-stars with Bill Bridges. This was at the time when Norma was reissued on VHS and Beta in 1982 by 20th Century Fox Video. And never the moment I liked when Sally Field was in the factory holding up the sign. That's a memorable moment in film history. That was before she did like the second Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds. And here's a workout CED called Jane Fonda's Workout. Yep. The Deck soundtrack video disc, yep. This was released in 1982 on CED. All I know on VHS and Beta came out from Carl Lindner Home Video in 83 and 84. Got it from Carl Home Video in a clamshell. Sorry about that. The next one we got Black Beauty with talented Mickey Rooney and Terry Garr. It was a Francis Ford Coppola movie, yep. And this movie was released on CED in 1981. It was about the same time when Magnetic Video Corporation released it in 1981. This is like warms up as Natural Velvet with Mickey Rooney and Elizabeth Taylor in 1944. Heist Ashton was the one from Gremlins in 1984. And here's one of the best films of '76, Network, winner of the 4 Academy Awards, Best Actor, Best Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, The best memorable line in this movie is, "I am mad as hell, I am not going to take this anymore." Sergeant with Faye Dunaway, Wiilliam Holden, Peter Freach, and Robert Duvall, and Red Brady. This is from CBS MGM Home Video, came out in 1981. One of the early titles were actually released on VHS and Beta. I have the 83 reissue or something of this 1976 drama. Next one we got here, the 20th Century Fox video release of Poseidon Adventure in an all-star cast with Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Red Buttons, Shelley Winters, Jack Albertson, Roddy McDowell, and Leslie Nielsen. The perfect cast of this movie, that's when the ship was actually crashed to the rocks, and one of the 6 people had to go through underneath the ship. Gotta find what caused it. It's a good movie. It's an all good cast. Made in 1972, made 50 years ago. This movie came out in the days of Magnetic Video Corporation in 1977 or 78. This movie was actually reissued on VHS and Beta in 1982 of this Poseidon Adventure. And here's the John Wayne movie called Big Jake. CBS Fox video release. It was released in 1983. The co-stars with Richard Boone. B-O-O-N. Yep. And we got here an Eye of a Needle that stars with Donald Sutherland in 1981. That co-stars with the Kate, spelled Nelligan. And I used to have this on VHS CBS Fox video in the 1984 reissue. This is a 20th Century Fox video release in 1982. This movie took place in the 40s during around World War II. And there's a double link of Family Passion, spelled P-E-R-S-U-A-S-I-O-N. Friendly Passion. Starts with Gary Cooper, Dorothy McGuire, and Anthony Perkins, best known for Norman Bateman from one of the Psycho movies. Walter Catlett, Richard Hale, yeah. This was released on CED in 1983. Same time was reissued on VHS by CBS Fox. Yep. Here's part 2 of this movie. Back in 77 to 78, it was released from the Ellen Artist home video in 1978. It's pretty rare. It's kind of distributed by Meryl Distribution International Incorporated. The same company when they put all those Ellen Artist monogram films in it during the 80s. Especially like Dillinger and one of the Bowery Boys movies, and House on the Haunted Hill. Next one we got here is Roy Scheider and All That Jazz, 20th Century Fox video CED release. That co-stars with Jessica Lange and Anne Rankin. It's about when Roy Scheider plays Bob Falsey. He was a smoker a lot, and he had a lot of pressure with his dancing choreography and everything. That's how he died in this movie. It was made in 1979. It was made between 20th Century Fox and Columbia Pictures, and this came out on VHS and Beta back in 1980 at the Magnetic Video Corporation. And here's the Humphrey Bogart movie. I don't mean just a blanket, but we got Knock on Any Door. It was made from Columbia Pictures in 1949. I showed you that parts of my Columbia Pictures VHS tapes back in April. This co-stars with George McReady, the one who was in Guilty with Rita Hayworth and Glenn Ford as the bad guy. The CED of this movie came out in early 83 by RCA. It's got to be from RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video in a black and white film. Originally it came out on VHS and Beta back in 1980 of the Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment. They wanted us having this courtroom drama of Knock on Any Door. Here's Moby Dick. Moby Dick that stars with Gregory Peck from 1956. It was released on CED, it's got to be in 1983. I think on VHS came out in early 84 or something, in the Dropbox packaging. And here's the film that stars with Leslie Howard and Ingrid Bergman in Intermezzo. It's spelled Intermezzo, it's spelled M-E-Z-Z-O, something like that, I can't pronounce it. It was made in Sosnick International Pictures in 1939, the same year when Gone with the Wind was actually released. Cecil Calloway co-starred in it, and Ann Todd, the one from the Seven Veils. This was released on CED in 1983. Yeah. And we got here another Betty Davis movie on CED. The co-stars with Ann Sharon and Monty Woolley in The Man Who Came to Dinner in 1945. Seems like a great Christmas movie to watch. It's on TCM right now. That co-stars with the great Jimmy Durante. This was released on CED in 1983. I don't know if CBS Fox Video released The Man Who Came to Dinner, but I know NGWA Home Video released it during the 90s. The Man Who Came to Dinner is a good movie. Monty Woolley was in The Bishop's Wife with Cary Grant and The Weather Young and David Niven. And here's Taking Platform 123 with Walter Matthau in a 1973 film. It was made, I think it's in 74. Co-stars with Robert Shaw, the one from the original Jaws, and Martin Balsam, the one you might know in Hitchcock's Psycho in 1960. This is released on CED in 1983. The next one we got is The Betrayal. That was the best picture of 1983, both for Natural the Board of Reviews. And this movie stars with Jeremy Irons, the one from French Lieutenant's Woman. That's one of his outstanding performance. And co-stars with Ben Kingsley, the one best known for Gandhi, released on CED in 1984. And here's the next one called Return of a Man Called Horse. That's going to be released on CED in around late 82. That's when CBS Fox Video was changed from the 20th Century Fox Video distribution. This film co-stars with Richard Harris, the one from Camelot, and co-stars with Gail Sondergaard, the great Gail Sondergaard from the 1930s and 40s. Yep. I know Gail Sondergaard. Yeah, I only know her in the Shirley Temple's Bluebird, and she appeared in a few Bobble films during the 30s and 40s. Late 30s and throughout the 40s, yep. And she was a Spider-Woman in those Sherlock Holmes movies. And sometimes when I watch Disney Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, when I look at the Wicked Queen, she reminds me of Gail Sondergaard. Gail Sondergaard couldn't do the part of the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. So replaced by Margaret Hamilton. The next movie I have on CED is the Big Red One that stars with Lee Marvin and Mark Hamill, the one from the Star Wars movies. Yeah. It's a pretty good war film. This is not the Dirty Dozen. It was released on CED by CBS NGM Home Video in 1981. Next one we got is The Boys in the Band, CBS Fox Video release from late 82. So some kind of music documentary that starts with Kenneth Nelson. It's a pretty the CED. Here's the next one called In Prayers of the Older Woman. That's some kind of like a foreign film. That's got to be released from NBC Pictures. That's on NBC Home Entertainment. It stars with Karen Black and Tana Bashan in there. Yeah. This is some kind of like an X-rated movie or something. I don't know. Sexual content. Next one I got is the Amateur, something like that. Spelled Amateur. 2050 Fox video release in 1982. Songs with Christopher Plummer, Arthur Hill, and Ed something. The great Christopher Plummer, best known for Captain Von Trapp and The Sound of Music. This was released in 1982 by 20th Century Fox Video. And there's Martha McDowell in spelled Caligula. Released in Best Drawn Video on CED around 1984. Well, I collected all the CDs from the thrift store or something. Now I got the next one I got from the thrift store today. The first World of Wonders DVD from the late 2009 release. Comes with one of the 5 Smurf episodes in Season 2. Sleepwalking Smurfs, The Littlest Giant, Squeaky, The Sorceries of Mountain Show, that's with Johan and Pee-wee. All Smurfy that ends Smurfy. This is the late 2009 DVD release. So keep on smurfing. And finally, before we end this update video, we have here Disney's Wonderful World of Knowledge. Also, I got it in the thrift store. And this book was actually published in the year of 1971, made 51 years ago, the same year when Disney released Bedknobs and Broomsticks in theaters. Lovable Disney characters. Ready for Christmas already? So there you have it, folks. That's my update video for December 5th, 2022. Now, see you next time when I have more updates. Try to comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you like this video or not. You just take care, folks, and I'll see you next time. Happy holidays.